We can do this very well.
I believe.
I can tell.
Oh, yeah. Rhyming.
Shake your booty. That's the lyrics.
Oh.
That song. You don't have to. It was just the lyrics of the song.
I mean, I'm a man who believes in a call to arms.
We're calling you to arm yourselves
There it is.
with knowledge of this week's comics, which we will provide to you. Consider us your armory of knowledge.
Yes.
Sundown Rundown. We're here at Southern California Comics, and I am Danny.
I'm Rob. We're your arms dealers of knowledge. Also your comic dealers. We've got the fix. I don't know what's happening to me right now.
We got the
Please
fix
stop me.
for all your comics.
I can't stop. Ooh.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Here, we're going to run them down. The sun goes down.
Amen.
Which I realize does not rhyme. I mean, they're just the same. It's the same word twice. It's Rick Ross rhyming.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll talk about the latest releases.
Please.
Handful of non-DC stuff and a F-word ton of Detective Comics comics. We'll start with Image Comics with Ringside, Joe Keating, Nick Barber. This is the wrestling comic of note.
How has this been, Daniel?
It has been pretty sick.
Has
It is not kayfabe. It is all the behind-the-scenes stuff, like the real goings-on behind wrestling stuff, inspired by true events.
Is the audience ready for that? I mean, are they ready to peer behind the veil?
I think so. I think we're all ready. It's a solid book. First 5 issues. I think they're in trade form right now.
They have to be, right? What issues are they?
Yeah, number 6. The start of a bold new story arc. Jets are flying.
Yeah, they're flying. They're soaring overhead.
That's right.
Like beautiful, majestic birds, such as the bald eagle of American War. It's fame.
It's very annoying, but we will talk very loudly and get through this.
All planes will go away.
Jumping over to Marvel Comics, we have Civil War II, The Accused, number 1. What can you tell me about The Accused, number 1? Besides that it is by Mark Guggenheim, Ramon Box, and Gary Brown.
Now you see, it's funny because I don't know if you asked that question thinking I actually knew anything or not, but I do actually know what The Accused is about.
I assumed you did.
It is entirely about Matt Murdock's perspective of the controversial case wherein Hawkeye was tried for crazy murdering with an arrow of Bruce Banner.
That's right. Spoilers!
Is it a spoiler? Oh my god, the next one isn't out yet. No, it is.
I mean, we know who did it.
Right.
We know what happened.
Like, that's a whole thing.
This is, if you want to see the trial of Hawkeye, this is The Accused, number 1.
It's not a spoiler, I swear. It's on the back of issues of Civil War stuff now.
If you're keeping up with the weekly video reviews of comics, I think you're keeping up with Civil War. If you were
I can't believe I spoiled it.
It's
I
okay.
can't believe I did
It's
it.
okay. Look,
This is the end of my career.
nah.
The sun is going to go down on me.
Good song.
Yeah.
Elton John. Speaking of Elton John, All New Avengers number 13 is out. Civil War tie-in. It's your team of Mark Waid, Andy Kubert, Sonia Oback. Those aren't the Avengers. That's the creative team that work on this Avengers comic.
You know, though, Vision does look very Elton Johnny on the cover there.
Yep.
I'll take it.
Elton Johnny. So, yes, we have a double shot of all new, all different Avengers.
That's right.
We're also getting the annual, which
Sounds delightful.
kind of has a crappy cover.
Well,
The variant cover is great.
there's like 4 covers. 2 of them or 3 of them maybe are this weird continuing cover, which is strange. Because
Yeah.
when you normally
You're not
get
gonna
from
buy.
multiple- Yeah.
You're not gonna buy like 5 copies of all new, all different Avengers.
That's
just
ridic.
Yeah. But this is about the fan fiction world of Ms. Marvel, as made famous in the pages of Ms. Marvel. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so much fun. It has a litany of creators working on it. Mark Waid, Chip Zdarsky, G. Willow Wilson, Mahmoud Azrar, Zach Gorman, Jay Fosgitt, Faith Aaron Hicks.
Wait, say last name? Fosgitt.
Scott Kurtz. Well, you can rip out the Scott Kurtz pages, because that man is human garbage.
Oh,
But
is he?
yeah, PvP guy. It's a web comic about video games or something. Player versus player.
Right, but I've not heard of this.
Scott Kurtz.
I'm out of the loop, man.
Oh yeah, he's scum. All the video game webcomic guys are scum. It turns out.
Even the Control Alt Delete guy?
Especially the Control.
No, really?
You don't know this?
I don't know this.
Oh my god.
I mean, I haven't read Control Alt Delete in like years, but he's scum.
stuck like
That's
like
not at all
frozen meat.
where I was
in
expecting
his
this to
clothing.
go. That's pretty scummy.
He's like he bought way too much into his cult of personality. Just awful. I mean, his comic's bad too, but
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, that's it.
Man.
That's it for webcomic roundup. Let's talk about Detective Comics comics and their 50 titles of the month. You want me to hold them and you talk about them?
Yeah, if you want to hold them, absolutely.
All right.
I'd
Let's
love to
start
tell you
with
some stuff.
All-Star Batman #1.
That's right. Perhaps you're familiar with a young man named Scott Snyder.
Yes, he did. He directed Batman v Superman: Dawn of
That's right.
Justice, 300, Sucker Punch,
Very underrated films.
Guardians of Ga'Hoole,
That's right.
Rise of the Guardians, Owls of Ga'Hoole. Let's get the title right.
That was indeed Scott Snyder. He
Yes.
also occasionally writes books
Yes, like All-Star Batman.
with Junior.
Yep.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., the band.
Yep.
Perhaps you've heard of them. Now they only go by Junior.
Not to be confused with Dale Earnhardt III.
Right? Oh, there's also Declan Shelby.
Yes, there
He's
is
an actual person.
an awesome Declan Shelby backup story.
That backup story is... Well, okay, I'm biased. I love Duke. And Duke is the focus of these backup stories. What's important is that Batman is in a good place right now. He's being hit 3 titles, all with very good creative teams.
Yep.
And this one is absolutely worth like $5.
Now, this is basically Scott Snyder writing all of the Rogues Gallery characters that he could not write
That's right.
in his previous runs of Batman and Detective Comics. And
Each
so on.
arc will focus on a specific villain. Super dope. Well, I mean, there will be appearances of other villains, but it doesn't matter who's
Yep.
next.
We have Superwoman #1, not to be confused with Supergirl.
And I hear you guys out there, you naysayers who are like, what's this, Rob?
It's like Death of Superman all over again. All these super people, blah, blah, blah. We shut your mouths.
This is great.
Yep, it is written and illustrated by Phil Jimenez.
Phil Jimenez.
Phil Jimenez,
Great name.
who is great.
He is great. It's a beautiful looking comic. The relationship between the main characters. Everyone knows this is Lois. All the solicitation said this is Lois. You don't know how Lois has powers, but what's important is that the series is about Lois and Lana, and it's great, and it feels genuine and super into it.
Ton of story in this, lots of panels.
Oh, yeah. So, like, they jam-pack a lot into this first issue.
Oh, yeah, Phil Jimenez is like on some George Perez swag on this. Also, Steel is in this, and I'm stoked. I love Steel.
Oh, still.
Steel is the best character, objectively. Another surprise of the week, Deathstroke Rebirth #1.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like Deathstroke. Like, that doesn't do it for me unless he's specifically a villain in a story.
Yep.
I don't care to know about this guy's life. I don't want to know what makes him tick. I don't want to know what makes him happy. Deathstroke shouldn't be happy to me. Like, that's not the thing that Deathstroke does.
Great villain, but not a great protagonist a lot of times.
Yeah. Unless you embrace the sound of jets.
That's right.
Really let it into
Sound of Jets.
the opposite of the sound of silence.
That's right. That's their the B side of that single. The thing about this Deathstroke series is that it's written by Christopher Priest, who did amazing run on Black Panther.
Hey, when did he start going by just Priest?
Late 90s.
Okay, because I
Was
he go back
pretty
to-
sure that was him. But yeah, it totally says, I think it's the next page actually, it just says
Priest. Cool.
And I think that's great. But also I was like,
a priest, an actual priest.
I think he wanted to distinguish himself from the Christopher Priest who wrote The Prestige, the book that the Nolan movie is based on.
it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
That was really uncomfortable, like all this death and stuff. Yikes. It's good though.
Yeah. So, we
But
got-
yeah, this is good because it lets him be an amoral jerk without necessarily trying to apologize for it. It's
And-
just him.
And Priest is back on his Quantum and Woody swag with the like little title blocks.
Yeah.
Quantum and Woody was a favorite back in the day. Another
We can
surprise.
talk about this.
Red Hood and the Outlaws. Scotty Wobbs is back with his Red Hood and his Outlaws. Now, Scotty Wobbs pretty decent. He has his moments.
Yes.
You were not looking forward to this book, but you actually liked it.
Scotty Lobbs is not your, say, Grant Morrison. But who is?
Not even Grant Morrison is always saying Grant Morrison.
That's right.
You know?
Scott Lobdell in the 90s was sort of the man behind the X-Men books. Kind of unappreciated as the years went on. Like, he wrote one of the hottest titles, possibly Into the Ground. Because, you know, X-Men in the 90s, nobody's favorite. But he's back. Red Hood and the Outlaws is
Yeah.
kind of his main thing at DC. He's been doing it since, like, 2011.
And like the last lineup, I wasn't super crazy about. Red Hood, because I don't like Jason Todd. I did like Arsenal, and I felt like he deserved better than that book. That's just me being judgmental, I understand. But this new lineup of, I almost called him Judge Dredd, Red Hood, Artemis, and Bizarro sounds like it could be so much fun. So much fun. So, the first issue was good. We'll see where it goes. What's next?
The miniseries Suicide Squad Most Wanted.
People have been enjoying this.
Yep. This is the first issue, I think. Well, 6.
Because they've had, they're doing them in like pairs. So they've got this one, and then before they had a Suicide Squad Most Wanted that was Deadshot and Harley, I believe. Deadshot and Katana, I think it was. And they're doing this for all the characters. And this has been sort of akin to DC's Legends of Tomorrow comic, which doesn't actually have to do anything with the TV show. It's been one of the surprise sort of like, I don't want to say hits per se, but people were expecting it to be shoddy tie-in stuff, and it was actually really good.
Yep.
Like, good character work, fun plots.
Yep. And this Most Wanted series has been using writers from the DC Writers Program. So all the young up-and-comers are getting a shot.
I did not know that.
Yep.
This guy with the insider information. I love it.
So, some hot new talent working on DC's meanest dudes, or whatever.
Yes, nastiest, nasty boys.
New Superman is out.
New Superman.
We like this series.
Oh,
this
yes.
is a good series. It's sort of akin to like Miles Morales for a Superman.
Yeah, like kid who was, well, I mean, like even Miles was a little bit more heroic than this kid.
Yep.
This kid's kind of a tremendous pain in the ass, but
Yep.
like not in a way that's unrelatable. Like he's had some hardship and he deals with them like a regular person. He didn't just like become a heroic dude. Like his mom died and he was bummed out. He became a bully.
Yep. Jerking a bully becomes Superman in China. In this one he fights the Chinese Batman and the Chinese Wonder Woman.
He talks mad trash and gets schooled.
Yep. Underrated book so far, but it's quite good. We like it. The Flash continues, and the Flash is always the Flash. Like, ain't broke, ain't fixing it.
I have admitted in the past to being a Barry Allen fan. I also really enjoy when Barry Allen has to deal with multiple speedsters.
Yep.
And that is the entire focus of this first arc, is now there are a lot of people who can run fast. That's all I want out of anything.
Yep. It's a really good book.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm digging it. Bi-weekly title, right?
Yeah, I think it is one of the ones that's bi-weekly.
We're on number 4. It is still going strong. Now we got Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, numero dos.
Who's writing this?
Robert Venditti, who was writing the previous Green Lantern.
Which is super weird because I did not. Sorry, Venditti, I did not care for the last series. It was also drawn by Billy Tan though, and that's an immediate way to sort of like not get me amped up on something.
Yeah.
I think Billy Tan did some cool stuff sometime. I just can't remember it right now.
Yep. Kind of crappy art. But
This is it. Maybe it's because it's more like classic Green Lantern stuff. We don't have
Straight
Hal.
up.
Yeah, look
Check
at
that
that.
out.
Hal
Iconic.
spends most of his time in this position in the comic.
Yep, you got a little Sinestro, you got a little fapping.
I think. You know what? I think it's because the scope of this comic is a little bit bigger. The last Green Lantern series literally just became about Hal Jordan moping
He's
in
like
a
on
really
the
great
run.
cloak. That's pretty cool. Hal in cloaks is great.
The cloak costume was cool.
Yeah, but this one's again being Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. It's a bunch of personalities. Even though we're focusing on Hal right now, makes it a little more entertaining. This was the best thing that I read this week.
Yes, we're on Wonder Woman number 4. This is
the best thing that I read.
This starts the Wonder Woman year 1 like sections, because are they alternating every 3 issues or is it every other issue?
It's every other issue.
Okay.
So every even one is Nicola Scott doing year 1, and then every odd issue is oh god.
Liam Sharp
Liam Sharp
doing Modern Wonder Woman.
Right.
So we're number 4 rejoins the past Wonder Woman back on Themyscira.
It's so beautiful. It's
Really
such
nice.
a gorgeous comic. And if you guys read recently, they just finally released I think it was like 3 months ago, the Wonder Woman, Earth One Wonder Woman by Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
And it kind of covers the same territory because it was sort of an origin story of Wonder Woman.
Yep.
And so you might think with another origin story like So Hot and Teals that it would seem dull by comparison. But Greg Rucka does an amazing heartwarming version of the Wonder Woman origin. That's less about like fate conspiring to keep Diana from her like destiny, and more so Diana like just jumping into it. I don't know.
And Nicole Scott is a great artist.
Yes. It's a gorgeous issue. It's got great like emotional weight. It's just the series so far has just been.
Yep. Don't sleep on Wonder Woman. Are we done?
Is that it?
That's everything. That is the entire slate of DC Comics.
Hey, I'm so
this
glad we
week.
left that for last because I'm like amped up now. It's gonna
Alright.
get me through the rest of the day. For sure.
You better come down to the shop before it closes.
That
Because speaking of rest of the day, right?
right.
It wasn't even a joke.
Yeah.
Come here and buy these.
It's,
We're
when you
gonna be
watch
here
this,
forever.
This day will be over, but it'll be a new day. And you should definitely come in. But also, a little plug for myself. Tomorrow or today, depending on Thursday of this week, I'm putting up a new Rob box because I was supposed to be doing that weekly, and it's been like more or less a week since I put up the last one. So it'll be a new one, and you can read it, and I'll give a little bit more in-depth opinions on some of the titles from this week. Except for DC, I can't recommend everything. It's going to be mostly a gag column, so look forward to that.
So where can we read this?
That's right, you, fine sirs and madams, can read this on the internet, on our website, which this jet is probably carrying a banner of behind it. But in case you can't see the jet holding a banner, it's SoCalComics.com. That's SoCalComics.com.
SoCalComics.com. It's at the end of the video in case you forget.
Is it?
Yeah. Right now.